This goes out to all the women in the world, especially her. You know it don't even matter your age, don't even matter your color. Your fellas, I ain't forget about y'all. This is for everybody that like things. Just listen to what I'm saying and do it and take a chance. I put my hand up on your hip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. You put your hand up on my hip. When you dip, I dip, we dip. I put my hand up on your hip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. You put yours, then I put mine. Then we can dip down low and roll and grind. Just get on the floor like I said before. Y'all remember that down low. Just put a little dip with it. Now roll those hips with it. Pop it, push it, rock it, roll it. Can't control it, I come hold it. It's all in fun, so take a chance. Just get on the floor and do that dance, y'all. I know you like it, so don't try to fight it. Turn around, baby, let me see you from the back. Yeah, I like it like that. Get up now, roll those hips. Drop down, double up on those dips. Freak nasty, wanna see, can y'all do this right? I put my hand up on your hip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. You put your hand up on my hip. When you dip, I dip, we dip. I put my hand up on your hip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. You put yours, then I put mine. Then we can dip down low and roll and grind. Back again with the second verse. It's all clean, so I'm not gonna curse. Dropping bass like a bad habit. Love all women, cause I gotta have it. Coming at y'all in stereo. I'm riding that thing like a rodeo. Hang on, baby, cause the ride is rough, and I got my girls in the front. Now and later, just bumping that rump. Raise it up, let me see that ground. Slap it, girl, make it jiggle around. Round and round that rump goes. Where it stop, yo, no one knows, yeah. Freak nasty, wanna see, can y'all do this right? I put my hand up on your hip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. You put your hand up on my hip. When you dip, I dip, we dip. I put my hand up on your hip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. You put yours, then I put mine. Then we can dip down low and roll and grind.
Well, all right, y'all. All right, y'all. If you ain't dipping, you must be tripping. If you ain't doing it down low, gots to go. Gots to go. To the people that moving slow, to the dance flow. Yo, DJ, pump it up some more.
It's off to the show in a limo. Before the show, I gotta get that dough. Pay them girls what they work. Slip that money under that skirt. Take it off, baby, let me see. You might get a little more Lucci. G-string, having oh so much fun. Playing inside between them buns. Shorty got it going on like Marvin. Teasing me and she know I'm starving. Lick you up, then lick you down. I ain't finished, girl, turn around. Lick you up and down your back, cause I'm that freak, I'm freaky like that. Freak nasty, wanna see, can y'all do this right? I put my hand up on your hip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. You put your hand up on my hip. When you dip, I dip, we dip. I put my hand up on your hip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. You put yours, then I put mine. Then we can dip down low and roll and grind. I'm setting it off to another level. You digging freak nasty without a shovel. This is my world, I'm just a squirrel trying to get a nut. So what's up, yo DJ? When the party's getting slow, join this jam and watch that flow get taken over like a 94. When I had the whole world getting down low. New Orleans born, ATL living. Freak nasty is what I'm giving. My juice is sweet like Georgia peaches. Women suck it up like leeches. It feels so good, you must admit you like this. Shh, yeah, y'all know the song. So come on, won't you sing it? I put my hand up on your hip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. You put your hand up on my hip. When you dip, I dip, we dip. I put my hand up on your hip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. You put your hand up on my hip. When you dip, I dip, we dip. I put my hand up on your hip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. You put your hand up on my hip. When you dip, I dip, we dip. I put my hand up on your hip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. You put your hand up on my hip. When you dip, I dip, we dip. I put my hand up on your hip. When I dip, you... This goes out.
Oh man, we almost started it twice there. That's what I should do. I should just play the dip over and over again for like an hour. Just to see who responds. So how's everybody doing? It's a nice Mother's Day. Did y'all take your mom to Applebee's, Red Lobster, Texas Roadhouse, listen to some shitty country music? I don't have to do any of that. My mom's dead. She dead. Oh, Lordy. Did y'all see one of these pastors, one of these evangelical pastors, a black guy? I never heard of him, so probably not a major guy, I guess. Because I sort of know a lot of the evangelical shit, even like modern stuff. Like, If you're reasonably big, I probably am familiar with you. I wasn't familiar with this guy, but he had some thing with a bunch of Hasidic rabbis, and they unveiled a giant gold Trump statue. So that was pretty cool. That was pretty. I feel like there's a story in the Bible about not doing that, like kind of specifically about not doing that. It's just a statue. It's just it's like the Catholics were venerating Trump, I guess. I'd rather we not do it, though. To be honest, I would rather we not do any of that. If I'm being perfectly honest with y'all, rather not put up a giant gold, especially when he's fucking up. Like maybe a year ago, I would have understood the urge to do that. We're doing all the Doge cuts and shit like that. But like now, where it's just like Iran war and $5 a gallon gas. Now I really don't understand the point of that. I don't know. Some people doubling down on it. I mean, I know the evangelicals love it because we're going to end the war. We're going to, blow up the whole world for Israel. And it'll be like that Kirk Cameron movie they saw. So I know they're like, yeah, this is great. We bombed a girls' school. That's cool. For some reason, Jesus would love that, I guess. And like I don't think he would, but they do. They do, and they went to seminary, so they might have some more knowledge than I do. So I get why they're on board, because they were on board with W. You know what I mean? Like they were on board with this shit from day one. Like they fucking loved it. Some of them, to their credit, have backed off of it. Now, they were kind of the ones that were initially never Trump. So it's sort of ironic that like the Tony Perkins of the world are now backing off of Trump when he's giving them exactly what they want. But, the dropping F-bombs on Easter and shit was a bit too much for those guys. They could take a lot of things. They just can't take swearing. But yeah, some of them, like the Tony Perkins and all, back down. Doug Wilson actually criticized Trump for his little unhinged Easter message, but also steered it in the direction of this is why we should have blasphemy laws. Because, we shouldn't have free speech because Trump's gone insane. So we shouldn't have free speech, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what happened to him. I'm really baffled. Like, some people are on board with this. Like, I love him to death. He's a, super close friend, but like Forney's completely on board with this, and I'm bewildered as to how and why. I don't understand it. I mean, I don't know. Is he? Maybe he's getting paid. I don't know. Good for you then. If you are, fuck it. Take it. Take the money. Go ahead and go for it. At this point, why not? Get the bag, I guess. You really want to be the last guy, I guess, with principles? Why not? Why not do that? Be like Chrissy Mayer, and you'd be like Chrissy Mayer and talk about your Catholic faith the one day, and then the next day have porn stars on. They get gangbanged by fucking black guys. I'd be like, you go, Queen. You get that bag. I've been enjoying watching the quarter implode, and I've been enjoying it specifically because this is going to take Melanie Mack with him. She's done. She might be able to limp along, but like she's done as any major force. And Chrissy Mayer too is finished. Like she's now persona non grata. I already saw like Friday Night Tights clip from that. I don't watch Friday Night Tights because it's gay. But Friday Night Tights that she's always on, it's like, yeah, I don't know if we're going to have her on anymore. Flagging's a big deal. It's a big deal around these parts. Quartering used to be always pretend like, oh, the woke, the liberals, the woke left, I'm under attack. But it's like, you're under attack from everybody now because you fucking deserve it. And you know it. You know it at this point, my man. It's pretty obvious. He deleted his Twitter today, quartering. Yeah. I mean, he deactivated it. You know, you have to like have it deactivated for like a month before it actually deletes. So like he'll be back. He's just hoping he can lay low and this will all go away. I don't think it will. I think he's probably done. I mean, he was already declining. I don't know. He might be able to limp along just stealing content for his shorts. You know, what are the oranges for? But I don't know that he'll limp along for long like that. I wonder what his finance, because he's always talking about how rich he is, and yet he's also always broke and he needs money. So I kind of wonder, like, how long will it take him to actually be broke? I'm just going to bring up Streamlabs in case it comes up. Yeah, I kind of wonder how long he's got. Probably not long. I might see if I can bring up the. See, I can't get sound on Streamlabs. That's the problem. I was thinking of maybe watching the Chrissy Mayer interview with Melanie Mack, but everybody's beat that to death already. Like, the one defense I'll give of Chrissy Mayer, I saw some people go, when she had Ralph on, she did this too. She had Ralph on a couple years ago now at this point, and she reads all the super chats that are just shitting on him, right? And Ralph spurged out, and you know he was the Ralph male, and he big dogged her or whatever, or he thought he did. And then she kind of did the same thing to Melanie, and Melanie just sort of sitting there looking all sad while you know people are asking her about her, you know, her faggot husband and all this other stuff. But I don't know. I kind of feel like you have to read the super chats. Like, that's just, I understand there's no legal obligation to read the fucking super chats, but it just feels like you should read the super chats, you know? If you have a guest on and all the people are, first of all, if you have a guest on and all the super chats are shitting on the guest, you probably shouldn't be buddies with this person. I don't know. That's maybe something to consider. But also, like, you got to read the super chats. I mean, you know, just be like, hey, I got to read these. If you want to respond to them, go ahead. But I got to at least read them. You know, the people send me the money. I got to read them. So some people are like, why would you do that to your guest? And it's like, oh, she kind of snaked on Melanie a bit there at the end. It's like, no, you got to read the super chats. I mean, if anything, it's almost a great business strategy to have somebody on everybody's mad at and just not go at them and let the super chats do it. I mean, just completely ignore it. I don't know. Maybe next time Liam's in hot water, I should have him on here. He's kind of always in hot water, but I should just have him on here and advertise it to all his haters and just let them send me super chats. Because I just won't go after. I don't, you know, I'm friends with Liam, so, you know, I'm not going to go after him. I do criticize him, you know, when I don't fucking agree with him. William Gray. You know, he's been known to flag shit, try and justify it, and I've called him out on it, both publicly and privately. Like, you know, you could do that, Melanie. You know, you could just have been like, yeah, I don't agree with what Jer's doing. You know, but it's his show. You know, he's the boss. So, you know, there's nothing I could do about it. He's doing it. I don't control him. So I got to, you know, you could have just done that, Melanie. Like, it's okay. You could just be like, I mean, a lot of people wouldn't accept that, sure. But, like, you're at least not co-signing it. Again, I have Liam on here. I like Liam. You know, I've known Liam for years. You know, I've been on his channel numerous times. I don't agree with him on a lot of shit. I don't even agree with him on crowdfunding comics. His central fucking business model. And I'm like, this is bad. It's anti-consumer. Fuck you. I'm not gonna back down on that. I've said that on his channel. I've gone on his channel and be like, yeah, I don't think comics need to be crowdfunded. And I still don't. It's the cheapest cost of it. Only a novel is cheaper. And even that, only barely. A novel is cheaper because you usually need two people to make a comic. You usually need a writer and an artist. Because, you know, a writer, just because you can write brilliantly doesn't mean you can draw. And contrary to what a lot of artists think, artists are generally not good writers. A lot of them think they are. And they think, oh, how hard could it be? But virtually the entirety of early Image comics show you that actually being a very talented artist is not the same thing as being a writer. So generally, you need two people to produce a quality comic book, at least. And that's really the only reason it's a higher cost of entry than a novel. So I don't think it needs crowdfunding. Chat says it doesn't need to be, but if you can get a sucker to underwrite your dreams, it's fine, man, I guess. I think it's anti-consumer. I don't want any part of it. I've called it out from the start. It makes a little bit of sense when you're talking about like an indie guy that has no foot in the door, or when you're just starting a project. But when, like, you know, and again, I like Cyberfrog, so I'm picking on somebody whose work I like, but, you know, Ethan Van Sciver brags on his stream about how he made $10 million off Cyberfrog, and then tells you that you need to crowdfund the next issue of Cyberfrog at $25 a comic, you know, and it might come out in 2 years. I don't see that as pro-consumer. I don't think the consumers should be going along with it. And I don't think that being a fan of a comic is what is inspiring you to go along with it. I think you're either caught up in culture war bullshit, I have to fund ISIM to own the libs or whatever, or weird pro-weeb Japan versus America culture war shit. I have to fund Common America because this will stick it to American comics, even though it is an American comic, but it's aping weeb shit. So whatever. Or you're just in a parasocial relationship with the YouTuber, which is a lot of Eric July's fans. So yeah, I don't think I don't think comics need crowdfunding. I don't think it's pro-consumer. And I think it's really sucks that it's just now infested the mainstream. You know, I don't believe I've seen Marvel and DC pull this shit, but like Top Cow, Dynamite, Image, Skybound, a lot of them. You know, Skybound gets the rights to Transformers and G.I. Joe recently, right? From what I understand, they're doing a shared universe, the Energon universe. I've heard good things about it. I've read a little bit of it. Seems fine. Just hadn't really sucked me in. I'm only a casual Transformers or G.I. Joe fan. But point is, they get the rights to reprint the Marvel series. And all of it, even the issue with Spider-Man for Transformers, which is, you know, I'm sure costs a couple of bucks. But then they're crowdfunding. They're crowdfunding a reprint. Why? Just do it. You know, Top Cow does this with every fucking thing they do now. Dynamite does it. Oh, you want us to reprint some? Boom just did it. They got their Hellraiser license back, I guess. And their Hellraiser series was fucking amazing. I actually fell off of it towards the end because of a move, but it started out amazing. I was just moving a lot around that time, and I just didn't finish it. But they reprinted their whole Hellraiser comic in a big, oversized thing. And it's like, yeah, but I don't want to crowdfund it. I don't want to pre-order. Chat says Pepsi Man is the game mixtape wishes it could be. Oh, I've seen clips of this mixtape game, and I don't. I saw somebody streaming it, and he's like putting his hands up. He's like, I'm not touching the controller. I don't know. It doesn't look any kind of appealing to me. But then most games don't anymore. For the first time in months, maybe even a year, I fired up my Switch last night. And I played a little bit of Tears of the Kingdom. Kind of had forgotten where I was. Fucked around a bit. Explored a bit. Killed some of the goblins. Was sort of bored. And I was like, yeah, whatever. And I popped in Mario Wonder, which is another game I got decently far in, but I never finished. And Mario Wonder really bewilders me because it's like, I love 2D Mario. I love platformers where you can play as different characters. And this one is a point. You can play as Mario, Luigi, Toad, Peach, Daisy even. And how often you get to play as them. And I just was like, eh. I don't know. I don't know, man. I've very much lost any kind of gaming spark. I would just rather read, watch a movie at this point. I don't know. Maybe I outgrew it. Maybe the boomers are right. Maybe you outgrow it at some point. I don't know. I never outgrew the comics, but I guess I outgrew the games. Maybe. I'm so very close to selling my game collection because it's a lot of money. And I almost feel bad like I'm hoarding. You know, like they're like, don't other people want these things? Of course, the market's so priced up, it would just go to other collectors, I guess. But it would be a lot of money tied up in it. And then I think, do I want to just sell part of it? But then that gets into like difficult decisions of like piecemealing shit out. Oh, I'm on the fence on keeping this one kind of thing. So yeah, part of me almost like ripping a Band-Aid off. Just get rid of all of them. But then it's like, I have no interest in it now. Am I going to have interest in it 5 years from now? And then you just can't get it back then, I guess. Chad says the Wonder Flowers feels like a tacked on gimmick. Yeah, I don't. Everyone was so impressed with the art style to Mario Wonder 2. And I'm like, this is just new Super Mario Brothers again. But it's like slightly tweaked. It's a little bit more personality. You know what? Wake me up when it's 2D sprites again. Why does a 2D game need 3D renders? I don't get it. I'm sure there's technical reasons why that's easier to do, I guess. It doesn't look as good. It's never looked as good. Like, give me 2D sprites. Have that shit looking like a really nice version of, I don't know, a Game Boy Advance game. Have that shit looking like Shredder's Revenge with those sprites. Those look gorgeous. Or God forbid, if you actually spent some money and had it 2D animated like that, like Cuphead or that fucking Wario game that was on the Wii. That would be gorgeous. But just like, it's still 3D renders, but it's slightly more personality than the very bland new Super Mario Bros. It's like, okay, I guess. Chad says, I feel like if you sell off your collection, you'll regret it. I've sold games, I've come to regret it later on. Yeah, that's kind of what holds me back. Just the thought that like 5 years from now, like hopefully I find a wife, and that would probably re-spark my love of gaming if I was just sitting there having couch co-op with somebody again. But just sitting there playing it myself. Yeah. And I mean, the Switch is probably the last system I'll own. I'm not getting anything newer after that. I can't imagine. I have a Switch. I have a PS3 as the second newest system, I guess. And I have a 360. Like, I'm not... What, we need a PS5 to play Spider-Man and nothing else? I don't even know what's on fucking Xbox these days. And I'm not getting a Switch 2. I'm not rewarding Nintendo for this shit. Nothing I've seen is even sparking my interest enough to even tempt me. Oh, do I want to play Mario Kart where I drive around empty fields in between races? I'm good. Do I want to play slightly tweaked versions of games I have on the Switch? No, I'm good. Do I want to play Donkey Kong Bonanza? No, I'm all right. I'm sure Razor Fist loves Donkey Kong Bonanza because he loves Donkey Kong, and you get to have an underage Latina ride around on you. So I'm sure he bought that game day one. I'm sure he's having a blast. God bless him. But nothing about it like piqued my interest. So none of those games look even tempting enough to where I want to buy a system that is not only more expensive than the Switch, but is actually going up in price. I know the money is cratering in value, but still, a console's not supposed to go up in price as it gets older. The games are already more expensive, and that's if you're lucky enough to have them actually bother to put the game on the cart. Nah, man, I'm not rewarding that shit. I'm not. Like, shame on anyone that is. I love Nintendo. I always loved Nintendo. I was there literally midnight showing the night before for Mario Galaxy movie, and I had a blast. I felt like a little kid watching it. I will always love Nintendo's fucking IPs. I ever get down to Florida, I'm making a beeline to Universal. Go do the Nintendo World shit. Looks like fun. Bing, bing, woohoo. I will always love me some Mario, but like, not rewarding that shit. Are you kidding me? Like, absolutely not. If you lose in Donkey Kong Bonanza, the Latina evolves into a torta and Razor sheds a tear. He sheds a tear when it turns 20, I guess. Fucking sue me. I don't care. Eat my ass. You did it. You know you did it. You know you did it. You can sue me all you want. You can threaten me if you hear this. You could be like, oh, you're just butthurt or don't come. Yeah, whatever, dude. You did it, though. You know you did it. That's the thing. You know you did it. You know you slid into some 15-year-old DMs and moved her into your house when she was 18. You know you did that. And you know what? You fucking paid for it. I ain't even mad about you. I ain't even mad about it. Like, who gives a fuck? Whatever, man. But you know you did that, dude. And you paid for it. She almost fucking wrecked your life. Did you learn something? I don't know. But the lesson wasn't sue anyone who points out the thing you did wrong. That wasn't the lesson, Danny. The lesson was don't bring a bipolar fucking Latina teenager into your home. That was actually the lesson. I don't know if we learned that lesson. Chad says Nintendo World at Universal is mind-blowing. All the stuff I've seen looks rad. I went to Universal back in 2004 and it was a rad. It was just so great. Like, I have zero interest in going to Disney World. I'm not sure I'd want to go if someone bought me a ticket. Like, if I was dating some OnlyFans thought who was loaded with money, and it would only be someone who was showing nudes. I won't date someone that's fucking other people. But let's say I'm dating some chick who shows her hole on OnlyFans, and she's just making millions of dollars. She's like, come on, we're going to Disney World. I'm like, I guess. I guess. But if she was like, come on, we're going to Universal, I was like, yes, thank you. I can't wait. I'm going to get on a Spider-Man ride again. When I was there, at the Islands of Adventure, what's now the Harry Potter world, it was just like generic fantasy. And they had two roller coasters that like tangled into each other. Like they kept like almost hitting each other the way the tracks were. And it was like supposed to be like a fire and ice dragon. It was so cool. I don't know if that roller coaster is it there again? Is it like two Harry Potter things now or something? I don't know. I'm not really a big on the Harry Potter lore. There was also a Dr. Seuss Island there. I don't know if that is still there. And there was a Jurassic Park Island, which really only had one ride. It had like a T-Rex log flume thing. It had one ride where you could get in this little like pterodactyl, and it would take you across the like take you up high and let you see like the whole island, but it was only for little kids, which is kind of annoying. I was like, I want to get all up high and see the island. It sucks. Let's see. When I did Universal, they just brought out the Mummy ride. In fact, they were actually like beta testing it. We were walking by, the ride said it was closed, but one of the workers was like, hey, you want to get on the ride? We're like running tests. Which is pretty cool. And there was a bunch of rides there that are like long gone now. Like the Jaws ride, I don't think is there anymore. I don't think Earthquake is there anymore. I'm pretty sure the Back to the Future thing's gone. I think that's a Simpsons thing now, of all things. A lot of those were gone. The one thing I didn't see that they were running there, but we had gone on a Sunday, so it wasn't running. They did a Ghostbusters versus Beetlejuice live show. That again, it wasn't running because we were at Sunday, but that sounds so rad. And I've like watched like footage of it on YouTube and all, and it seems like it would have been a blast. The one thing Universal does, and I don't think Disney's as good at this from what I've heard, is Universal's really good at making the line part of the experience. You know, like you're waiting in line at the Back to the Future ride, and there's like TVs where like Christopher Lloyd's on the TV, and he's like, you have to help me with my research, and he's giving you the premise of the ride and shit, and it's like part of the experience. Universal is really good at that. Like, yeah, there were some lines we waited in for a while, but you didn't really feel it. It felt like part of the experience. Oh, we did a Men in Black thing that was pretty cool. We were on like a bumper car shooting aliens and shit. That was rad. Let's see. I brought 2 tickets to Nintendo World last summer. Temperature well over 100 that day. We had to leave within an hour because it was unbearable. Spent over $400 on tickets. Jeez. That's brutal, man. Everything's so fucking pricey. I'm looking to do like a little free library in the yard. You've seen those things. A little liberals love that shit, but you know, a little cubby hole with like 2 shelves, you know, standing on like a mailbox post in your front yard. And I'm putting a bunch of comics in there. I've gotten a bunch of the digest size like budget line that DC and Marvel and IDW put out. Marvel doesn't have a good selection. I've actually gone on eBay and looked up some of their digests from the 2000s that are reasonably cheap, like Spider-Girl and shit to put in there. But anyways, I'm doing that, and it's like just putting this fucking thing up is probably like $200. You know, like easy. Because the thing itself is about $120. Yeah. And that's for a basic one. That's not even like the official little library club one you can find online. It's like $200. No, this is just a generic one I go and get. And then I got to rent a post digger. And that's probably $50 to $70 right there. So it's like, it's probably $200 to fucking do this, man. And it's like, I want to do it for the neighborhood, and I'm probably going to do it next month. Like I've gathered up all the books for it and shit over the past several months, but it's like, it's so fucking pricey to just do this basic thing. Yeah, it's like a birdhouse with books. Yeah, I think they're cool. I mean, a lot of times, you know, you go and some leftist has filled them with like, you know, white fragility and shit, books like that, you know, Hillary Clinton's autobiography or something. But I don't know. I just want to put comics in there. You know, IDW's done a budget line of like Turtles and Sonic and Godzilla and even Rocketeer. DC's compact line is amazing. Great selection. Marvel's compact line kind of sucks, although I did grab Winter Soldier, Captain America, Winter Soldier, and Daredevil Born Again out of that line. Try to keep it like kind of PG-13, just because I don't want some, you know, evangelical Karen climb up my ass. So I kind of avoided putting like Watchmen and V for Vendetta in there. I'm not putting a lot of manga in there because I'm not trying to turn the Frogs Gate, but I did get the Pokemon manga, like the first volume of that. I threw that in there. That's okay. And there was some Spider-Man manga that I saw at a comic store that I grabbed. I try to read through it. It's fucking terrible, but I'm sure weebs would get a kick out of it. But yeah, I want to set that up. And that's like $200, man. Do that shit. Everything's so fucking pricey. Yeah. Never mind fucking gas right now. Good God. You see these neocons going on. It's not that bad. Gas isn't $6. It's like, what? I mean, California, it's $7, but California's got its own fucking problems. But it's damn near $5 here, and I'm not even in a region of the country with particularly expensive gas. Like, this shit ain't sustainable. We can't keep doing this. And why are we doing this? Like, for fucking Israel? I don't know. It's Mother's Day. I haven't talked about Mother's Day at all on here, but what can you do? I don't really give a fuck about Mother's Day. Don't have a mom, didn't get along with her when I had one, so. See if I can find a picture. Hang on, Chad. I know. I should have stuff all fucking figured out, but I don't. Never do. Hang on. File. I know, Chad. Terrible dead air. It's like fucking Jeremy's show. Just dead air. Just dog shit program. All right, so that's what I got for it so far. Like I said, Marvel hadn't put out a lot of stuff. I saw that Spider-Man Loves Mary Jane digest at the comic store in Lebanon. I thought, oh, yeah, that's right. Marvel did a shitload of those digests back in the 2000s. And I looked online, and some of them are pricey because they've been out of print. But, like, I looked up the Spider-Girl one. It's cheap, so I'm probably going to grab it. A couple others that are cheap. But there's a few other things I'm going to grab for this, and then that's basically it. I've been slowly grabbing these over shit, like 5-6 months. Just one of them here, one of them there. But yeah, that'd be nice. Get kids off screens. Yeah. Maybe get somebody into comics. That Spider-Man manga is fucking terrible. But it's terrible because it's just very, very fucking manga. And I just, good God. The Marvel budget line is dog shit too. My God. Other than Daredevil Born Again, there's nothing in that line that isn't from the 2000s. Like nothing pre-2000 in it. Like DC's compact line is so great, and there's so many great stories. And yeah, there's some questionable choices. Like I wish we had some fucking Green Lantern in it. But all in all, great stuff. And then like Marvel compact line, it's like, okay, Captain America Winter Soldier. Absolutely evergreen Captain America story. If ever you wanted a story to hand to somebody, say, this is why Captain America's cool. That would be one of them. Daredevil Born Again. Obviously fucking classic. Frank Miller. Great shit. And then there's just other shit where it's like, here's some Black Panther fucking storyline I've never heard of. Here's some Fantastic Four thing, but it's some recent Jonathan Hickman shit. Here's some Avengers stuff that's recent Jonathan Hickman shit. Here's a Spider-Man thing, but it's Spider-Man. It's the first meeting between 616 Peter and Miles. And then a lot of it's like good stuff, but not that I almost would put in there, but it's not. It's maybe a bit too rough for something that's got to be more general audiences. Something like Old Man Logan or Welcome Back Frank, which it's like, they're great. And I personally wouldn't mind giving it to a 10-year-old, either one of them. But I don't want to, there is a lot of fucking blood and gore in those. I don't want to parent up my ass. I'd be fine with it, but I could see why someone wouldn't. Civil War is pretty good, but I don't know. I might grab it. But then like other stuff like, oh, Secret Wars was announced for it. And that's a no-brainer. You'd think that would have been one of the first ones. But no, it's a 2015 Secret Wars. Like, fuck off. Why isn't the 80s Secret Wars in there? Why isn't Infinity Gauntlet in there? All the Thanos stuff that the MCU pushes these days. You don't have Infinity Gauntlet in this line? Fuck that. You should have Infinity Gauntlet, Infinity Crusade, Infinity War, Infinity Abyss. You should have all that shit in there. You should put the first two story arcs of Ultimate Spider-Man, the original Ultimate Spider-Man, in there. You should put the first 6, 7, 8 issues of Spider-Man 2099 in this line. Put the first several issues of Spider-Girl in this line. Again, if it's supposed to be new reader friendly or people that used to read but they haven't in a while, if that's the point of this, then do that shit. Again, Welcome Back Frank's a good addition to it. Old Man Logan's a good addition. It just doesn't fit my little library, but yeah, I wish there'd have been better ones than that. Like I said, I'm resorting to going to the old digest from the 2000s on eBay. I don't like the fact that there's no Green Lantern in the DC line. I mean, like, there's Far Sector, but ew. Fucking ew. I mean, they could just do Green Lantern Rebirth like they did with Flash Rebirth. Pad it out. In the Flash Rebirth one, they did the Flash Rebirth series, and then this first several issues from that ongoing that came after it to pad it out into a decent size. And they could just do that with Green Lantern Rebirth, and then the first several issues of the ongoing. Not a lot of Wonder Woman. There's like a Wonder Woman that's like New 52 Wonder Woman, which is an odd choice. There's, of course, a shit ton of Batman, but a lot of it's like small, like Batman Gotham by Gaslight. And it's like, okay, it's only 9. They're all only $10 in the DC line, but it's like half as thick as some of the other ones, you know? And it's like, why didn't you put like Gotham by Gaslight and then like 2 or 3 other random fucking Batman Elseworld stories and just call it Batman Elseworld? Oh, and Wonder Woman Earth 1 hardcovers, like the first 3 volumes, got a fucking one of those. But I don't know. I thought about grabbing that, but there's a lot of fucking BDSM in that fucking book, which I'm fine with. But again, I have to be mindful of like balancing shit that's cool with like having an evangelical Karen up my ass about this. So it's not all meant to be like kid-friendly shit, but it's got to be, I just got to keep it at a PG-13 level. I got to have something where I don't have a fucking mom up my ass about this. But I don't know. I want to do this. It's something nice for the fucking neighborhood. I was glad they put the Batman Ninja Turtles Adventures mini in their compact line over at IDW, which is pretty rad. And I grabbed the Rocketeer one. I didn't even think that would be a big demand one, but it's just a lot of that's the fucking original Rocketeer comics that I really haven't read before. So I just kind of grabbed it because I wanted it. I don't know. Hopefully it turns out well. It's my big summer plans. Getting old, chat. Putting up shit in my neighborhood. That's my big summer plans. Yard work. That's my big fucking summer plans. It sucks. Getting old. I'll be dead soon. I feel the grim specter of death breathing down my neck, chat. Time is undefeated. Let me check our dashboard and then I'll probably wrap things up. This is just a little unprompted stream. Check messages, that kind of shit. Alrighty. That's about it for tonight then, folks. If you like the show, if you want to support the show, streamlabs.com. / backlog. Chat says, what did I walk into here? I don't know. What did you walk into? Just some idiot rambling on a Sunday night. So, folks, if you enjoy the content I put out, and I don't know why you would because it's dog shit, but if you do, streamlabs.com/TheVecLoff, paypal.me/TheVecLoff, and link to the Amazon wishlist down below if you want to buy me some of the dumb shit that I like. That would be cool too. Hey, I have a wish list of, and it was more just a shopping list, but I do have a wish list for that library. I might put it public once I get the library up. Actually, I should go through that and make sure I don't have stuff on there that I've already bought. I actually just threw the list together as a shopping list just because I'm ADD retarded. Anyways, that's about it for tonight, folks. I want to thank you all for watching. VecLoff out.